disposable stethoscopes.
Good morning. This is so I showed the video earlier where this young lady, this nurse, is talking about the treatment of these so-called COVID-19 patients, and that video was cut short. So now I'm going to show you part 2 of this video. So just sit back and let's continue on with this.
But I knew what we were coming into, so I brought my old chunky one. Nobody's listened to anybody's lungs as long as I've been here, even with disposable stethoscopes. I keep telling them that, the guys are like, my patient's going acidotic. We need to do something about this before his kidneys shut down. Give him some bicarb or something like that. And this is what they do. They let the patient's blood get acidotic, their kidneys shut down, and then at the last minute, another fucking trauma. This is like the 5th fucking trauma tonight. Some dude got fucking shot in front of the hospital. Like, 2 to the chest and 2 to the abdomen. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Yeah, so anyways, kidneys shut down, and at the last fucking minute, they finally decide to run bicarb. So they run 5 liters of bicarb into a person who's gained 20 pounds of water weight and completely throw him into heart failure, and he dies several hours later. That was one of my patients. So I let them home. Like, they had me start the bicarb, before I left one night, and by the time I had come back in, the next shift, he was dead. And they assigned him to me, and he was already in a body bag. Like, guys, they're not dying of COVID, okay? Like, yeah, people are gonna fucking die of COVID. Like, yeah, some people legit will end up with multi-organ failures and will legit throw the clots and kill them, and die, people. I fucking know this. I'm not like some fucking new grad, okay? That's gonna save everybody in the world, okay? I am literally telling you that they're murdering these people, and nobody will listen to me. I mean, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that when you defibrillate somebody with a heartbeat of 40 in a stable rhythm and you kill them, that's murder. And I'm pretty sure that when you put somebody's PEEP up to 25 and PEEP doesn't go past, I think, 15, 20, and you blow their lungs out and they die, I'm pretty sure that's murder. I mean, I've just watched a doctor drop a central line and fucking rupture the subclavian vein, and the guy fucking bled to death. I mean, COVID didn't break that central line. COVID didn't kill that guy. I mean, he was a COVID patient. I mean, every single patient I've taken care of, guys, is a COVID patient. I've never had a non-COVID patient, okay? And that's why I got upset yesterday, because nobody's listening. I literally had to call my friend Lisa, because I'm like, dude, I am not crazy, right? This is wrong, right? Watched an anesthesiologist place an ET tube and rupture their esophagus, and the guy choked to death on his own blood. COVID didn't place that ET tube incorrectly. And nobody cares, because they're all minorities and we're in the fucking hood. And that's just not okay. I grew up really poor. And so I know what it's like to be completely forgotten and for nobody to advocate for you. get really upset, guys. Because, like I said, I know that a lot of people are gonna die. You know, COVID didn't cause that pneumo. And incorrectly placed ET tube placed that pneumo, and then they wouldn't let me fix it. Like, all I had to do was, like, adjust it. And they wouldn't let me do it. So if anyone's got any idea what the hell I can do to save my one black guy before they completely transfer me out of this hospital, that would be great. Because he's mentally there. When he sees us come in, his heart rate, his blood pressure drop up, and he doesn't sync with the vent. Because he can see us, and when we leave, he calms down again. He just physically can't communicate with us. Like I told you, I had Stephanie explain to him what was happening to him because you can't hear me very well through a respirator. Plus, I'm sure that respirator is probably scary. Especially if you're kind of out of your mind from all the sedation. But he's a cab driver and lives a couple blocks away from here. So... he has some family, but the problem is it said 99999 for the phone number, and I didn't get the address before, like, I abruptly got moved. I'm sitting in the vending machine room because it's nice and cool. I'm in between units right now, so they haven't realized I'm gone. I figured I'd have a mini meltdown and then get my shit together because I've never been to the other unit. Mind you, I've been on this unit the whole time, and whatever, I'm flexible. But once again, you know, I talked to admin. The next day I got moved. That's what happened at the other hospital. They don't care what's happening to these people. And I just have to keep watching them die. And Laura telenovela on. I think it's about a dog. Yeah, I mean, I tried talking to hospital management. I tried calling CMS. I tried calling the equivalency of their division of aging. I tried calling a couple Black Power groups in the area. Who else? I mean, this took several hours. This is why I missed that email, the revision for my proposal. Because, like, fuck, guys, I tried contacting a newspaper. Nobody called me back. So. Yeah, Stacy. Fuck. You'd probably lose your mind because you're not a sociopath, thinking this is all okay. It's just weird, guys. They're all okay with it. Like, I tell you, we get on the fucking bus and we go into the Twilight Zone here. Like, how do you not know when your patient is dead? For real. I mean, back at that other unit when shit was just crazy and bodies were just fucking dropping, yeah, I can understand that. But guys, you have a shit ton of staff. Like, yeah, we have hundreds of extra nurses that are still here that are not part of hospital staff managing these patients, but we're on top of it now. We're on top of it now. There's no reason to not know when your patient's dead. I mean, there's no reason you should be managing a dialysis machine, never knowing how to use a dialysis machine when there's a dialysis nurse in there. Shaking because I'm so pissed. Yeah, that nurse that was sleeping in the corner there. She was from the ER yesterday. Like when I had my first original breakdown. And she's like, well, they don't just unnecessarily intubate them. They try and, would you buy them? I'm like, girl, I am not fucking green. I know some, like, people need a tube dropped, okay? Like, I'm not saying that. Like, at the other hospital, they were doing unnecessary intubations because they had no fucking clue how to put the vent into CPAP or BiPAP. Yeah, I mean, so, I mean, but yeah, there's like legit indications. Like, fuck, that dude needs a tube. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Yeah, my lead at the other hospital who advocated for the patients too. Like the first day I got there and I was in orientation, the guy for that crash course orientation, he warned me that I was gonna have a problem. He would advocate for the patients too. They fucking moved him too. He's at a completely different hospital. I tried reaching out to him, but he hasn't texted me. What do you think? I saw what was bad? He saw way worse shit than that. Okay, how bad's my face look? Just the rest.
Alright, guys. Y'all pretty much get the gist of it. Again, this young woman is putting her neck out there. And I wish there was some way I could find out who she is and where she's at, what hospital she's working at, what area she's in. You know, it's important that when people like this, whistleblowers, put their necks out there, that we have their back. Because, you know, not everyone is going to be, like she said, a sociopath enough to go along with what's going on in these hospitals. You know, again, doctors, you know, these hospitals, they kill 250,000 people due to malpractice. And now you're talking about a bunch of people being killed that are COVID-19 patients that are not dying from COVID-19. They're dying from the treatment. They're dying from the horrible treatment they're being given by these hospitals. And as you heard, she's working in a black area, in an impoverished black area, and these doctors and these nurses don't care that these patients are dying. Like, this would explain why there's such a huge disparity between black COVID-19 patients that die and those of other races. It's not just the diabetes, not just the heart failure. You know what I mean? Like, look what she's saying. These people are just, these doctors are just giving these people, administering medical treatment that is inappropriate. And she knows that even just as a nurse. And they don't care. It's no wonder that there might be a higher number of black people dying, you know, poor black people dying, because they're going to hospitals in impoverished areas and they don't really give a hot damn about the patients. I grew up in Compton, and my brother, when we were kids, he broke his arm, broke his wrist actually, broke his wrist to the point where the bone was sticking out of his skin. We go to this hospital, man, like in Compton. You talking about Martin Luther King Hospital, and you know that hospital is so run down and so mismanaged. Like, it took hours for him to get seen, and he has grass and shit and dirt sticking out, sitting on his bone and shit. And these, like, there's no sense of urgency. People in there with gunshot wounds, and you know, it's just, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. Anyway, this would explain it. You know, they go to the hospital. You go to the hospital, man, with COVID-19, man. Like, I would not wish that on anybody, man. Just to go to the hospital in these times, in a period, is like, it's like a crapshoot. You know, you go to the hospital, you can't have visitors. You know, no one can have any say on how you're treated. This is very, very unsettling. And as you can see, those fears of people going to the hospital, you know, older black people, you know, our elders, especially men, they don't like going to the hospital. And this is why. What are they doing? You know, like the treatment is horrible, and as you can see, no one cares. So, man, I wish I need to find out who this person is, because this is absolutely asinine. You know, she's saying she's treated nothing but COVID-19 patients, and as you can see from what she said, the blood gets acidotic, right? This is what happens when your blood can't receive oxygen. Okay? When your lungs can't bring the oxygen to your bloodstream, or when the hemoglobin can't bind to the oxygen, this is what happens. Your blood gets acidotic from the buildup of CO2 that's in there that can't get released, that can't be replenished with oxygen. You know what I mean? So what about this virus is causing the blood or the oxygen to not be bindable? Is it a 60 gigahertz virus? I don't know. You know, and what do these machines run on? These ventilators run on. This is why I need to speak to a hospital, a healthcare worker about this, because this is just, I don't know, man. Very disturbing. Anyway, that's all for now. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Does she have valid concerns? Do you guys think she's just stressed out and exaggerating, or, you know, seeing things that aren't really there? Or do you actually believe that she knows what she's talking about? To me, it sounds like she knows what she's talking about. And yeah, sounds like she knows what she's talking about. I mean, she sounds like she has some experience, and she knows how to treat patients. You know, and I would say that it would be a great idea to recruit healthcare workers like her to run our own clinics and our own hospitals. This is why we need to start doing things for ourselves, so that there's accountability for the people that are treating us, so that the government can't protect people from undue treatment. This is what, anyway, y'all get what I'm saying, man. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all later. Much love to y'all. Make sure you share this video. She needs to go viral. Everybody needs to see what's going on here, and know that COVID-19 is not necessarily a death sentence unless you go to the hospital. All right? Anyway, not making any assertions. I'm just saying, is that the case? YouTube, this is not me saying all this. This is this young woman. I'm going by what she's saying. She's a healthcare worker. And anyway, I'm not monetized, so they probably won't even mess with me. All they'll do is slow down my views and take subscribers away. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.